You already know what it is, man. I am out here in Charlotte, North Carolina with the one and only. Let everybody know who you are, where we at, what we doing, all that good stuff.
Hello, everybody. My name is Aisha Chisholm, and we are at 3808 Meeting Street in Lake Park, North Carolina. It's about 30 minutes outside of Charlotte, and you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube at Elegance Unveiled.
She even got the LinkedIn for y'all, man. She came prepared. Let's get it, let's go, y'all. Super excited, y'all. I'm back in Charlotte, North Carolina. We actually tried to catch her the last time, but it's a very, very busy lady, as you can tell. So we had to miss each other, but you know I had to roll back up with my girl. Let's take y'all inside. Let's get it, let's go. Okay. Now, this has good structure. This has good structure. I like this.
Okay.
This has good structure. I love the oval arches.
So we added that.
Oh, you did?
Yes, we did. So it was originally a cafe before.
I saw something Lat Cafe, Park
Yes.
Cafe.
Yep, so
like
it was a cafe about 2 years ago, and it had like bar, L-shaped bar, another wall in front of this wall. So we initially started demo, but then had to stop due to permits.
Okay, walk me through that.
And when we started construction in April, we were told by the town that because it's a change of use, they were requiring us to actually obtain permits to continue to build. So
How did that conversation get initiated? Sorry, I'm so sorry to cut you. How did that conversation get initiated?
The town reached out to us.
Interesting.
Yep, so the town reached out to us. They said Union County came in and they said because this was a restaurant before and you're changing it to an assembly hall, then you would consider this space a change of use. And because it's a change of use, we had to stop construction and we had to submit an application for the permit with the county.
Interesting. Did the landlord delay your rent concession, or how did that work?
So thankfully, they have really been helpful. I'm using the in-house contractor for this space. And initially I had 3 months of rent concession, but what they've been doing is as my process has been delayed due to the permit, they've been extending the rent concession. So I have not been able to have to pay rent due to the delay.
I feel good about that because this conversation would have taken a turn.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So they've been very gracious.
Okay. Take me inside. I want to see what we're doing.
All right, so like I told you, there was an L-shaped bar here, and we knocked down that bar. Right here, you see where this wall was, there was another wall there. We knocked it down, and we decided to extend this wall all the way through. We added the arch inset and then the arch entryway into the kitchenette. But this would be the main event space where people would have their events, and I can hold up to 74 people.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is gorgeous.
You like it?
I like this a lot.
Okay.
This is
I
gorgeous.
second guessed it, but I'm happy with it
Nah,
now. I really love the space in the area.
It has a lot of character.
Yes,
That's
it
the thing
does.
about it. And that's what I tell people a lot of times, like intimate doesn't mean bad. And this has a nice intimate look. I see tile here, but tile there. I'm guessing that's how it came?
Yep, so remember it was the counter space. So this was the area when it was a cafe where everybody would sit, order.
Oh,
yep, and then this was the behind, imagine this was the bar.
Right.
Yep, so they had 2 different type of flooring. So I'm gonna take all this flooring up and then replace it with LVP.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Why do you like this?
I mean, I was just curious in terms of like your vision for it. Of course, I always have my own vision for whenever I step into a space, but obviously I want to know what you're thinking and whatnot. I mean, the LVP is cool.
Yes.
Yeah, LVP is definitely cool.
Yeah.
It's an economic choice as well. It's like kind of like the gold standard for venues. Is that like the final one? Or are you thinking maybe in like a couple years to kind of like do your big one?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
That's fair.
Yep. What you mean as far as my space?
Yeah, like, you know, a lot of times when people build out a location, right, they might do like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do this for now. And then later on when, you know, I get my millions.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I plan on expanding. This is just my starter space.
Right.
I'm considering my starter space to allow me to learn the business.
Right.
And then from here, expand to a larger space. Absolutely.
Gotcha.
That's the absolute goal.
Okay. Now, I know you said you added this inset. So is this, so you're adding another one over there or?
No, so this is just decor. This is an inset here. And then I just wanted one entryway from the event space into the actual kitchenette. So when you walk in here, this is the kitchenette area and the food prep area.
Okay, so this I'm guessing is gonna be like the focal point?
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah. So if somebody, for example, we wanted a micro wedding and they would come through these doors, this could be like the focal point wall where the bride and the groom could get married here.
Okay.
Yep, so, or, I mean, it's whatever they want. They can do it here or here, but I feel like it probably would be a good potential for it to be the focal wall here.
Okay, here's my thoughts.
Okay.
Right, it's just I think maybe it's just I'm not seeing the vision yet, but I feel like when one's open and one's closed, it looks asymmetrical.
Okay.
And focal points don't have to be symmetrical. They don't have to at all. Just right now, it's just very obvious that it's asymmetrical. What I mean by that is just like, okay, cool. Imagine you have a focal point here, right? They're setting up their tables, their backdrop, blah, 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 blah. Technically, the backdrop, the focal point area is gonna be from here to here. And now it's like, okay, cool. What is this? Like, it's just like a random inset.
Right.
Like, I get the vision in terms of like, okay, cool, it adds a little bit more character or whatever the case may be, but I don't know if it's gonna really move the needle or like change things. If it was a situation where like you had a door there and then maybe like 2 of those insets just to kind of even it out or just cap that off completely, then it'd be like, okay, cool. But like, it just, I guess I'm saying all that to say like, to me, it kind of maybe comes across a little random.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's already here.
Yes.
And like, I wouldn't waste more money like covering it up or anything like that. But I'm just kind of putting it and I'm hoping nobody says anything about it as they enter your venue and tour and whatnot. Me personally, like I would keep that at the back of my mind. Like, okay, cool, like somebody might, or it just might come across. I might change it in the future.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I wouldn't waste any money or time changing it now. I was just, like, it just caught my attention.
Okay. You know? And then when you see the transformation, hopefully you'll see the full vision.
Right.
And it'll kind of fit in with the aesthetics of the space that I'm going for.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for too, definitely. Because I'm just like, maybe I just don't see the vision yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What's back there?
Okay, so then back here is the entryway to the kitchenette. So
nice. Oh, this is gonna be gorgeous when it's done.
Yep, the cafe, they have these cabinets. So we're using pre-existing cabinets.
Nice.
So we use these cabinets, we added this and put this kitchenette here. On the other side of these cabinets will be the refrigerator.
Okay.
We're adding countertops.
Refrigerator right here.
Yep, refrigerator right there. Sink here, and then I am gonna do some floating shelves with lighting here.
Okay.
So just to spruce it up a little bit.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
But one question I do have for you is I cannot stand this wall. Do you see the textured wall here? Yeah. And I would love to have it removed, but I know you talk about minimal viable all the time. Like if you don't have to do it to spend extra money, then kind of you can live with it and change it in the future. But I wanted to know if you thought this is something that I needed to get rid of. Like aesthetically, does it make you?
I don't think it makes a difference.
It doesn't make a difference.
I think when you repaint the entire thing, like nobody will even care.
Okay.
And especially if you're putting a fridge right here, no one's gonna even see it except at the top.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste money or time on it.
Yep. They were charged. It was gonna be over $2K to take this up, reach our wall, and fix it the way that I wanted it to.
100%. I think that $2K could go to new rentals or like another appliance or something like that.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep it. All right. So then when you walk past here. This is, they closed, let me show you this real quick. Okay. This was open.
Watch the nails.
Yes,
watch the nails.
This was open and I didn't want it to be visible when clients came back here. So they added this wall here to close it off and the door.
So this wall was not here before.
No.
It was what, just open?
And this same.
Oh, this was just like here.
It was just here.
Out in the open. Okay.
Yes. So I just didn't want it to be visible. So they added this and then added the door.
I'm guessing you're keeping
so closing that. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
What are you gonna do with it?
I mean, would I use it for cleaning? If I put in cleaning options or
okay, so it's gonna be like a stationary closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be a closet. Yep, and then for my cleaning materials.
Okay, love it. Okay, that works.
All right, and then this was always here. You can see in here the water heater.
Okay, this is just water heater.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, and then here is initially the vision was for this to be storage. But I keep going back and forth because I've seen people that have spaces where they make like almost like a sitting room for a bride. So I'm not sure if I want it to be a multi-purpose space, but initially the vision was this would just be additional storage. And there's a storage closet in here, a small one, but I also wanted to get your thoughts on this area. Got you. Great question. I actually get this question a lot. One of the biggest things that I've kind of like learned and developed is that whenever you do have like extra rooms in a venue, there's 5 things that you want to cover in this particular order, right? It's kitchenette / food prep. Okay. It's rentals, storage, stationary, and auxiliary rooms such as VIP lounge area. Okay. Right? So it being that you have one extra space, the number one thing that my mind goes to is like, okay, cool, is kitchenette and prep covered? Now, kitchenette is covered over here, and depending on how you kind of utilize this area, whatnot, my next question would be like, what appliances and whatnot are you thinking to put back here? But if that doesn't cover everything in here, then the next logical thing for me would be expand it. Would be food over there. Okay. Because that's like a hard thing that people need. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Rentals and storage, yes, absolutely, that's the next thing. But like, if you don't have the space for, you don't have the space for on premises. Okay. So I'm guessing, so just to kind of like walk through it real quick, because I know that's an emergency exit, so you can't really cover too much with that. This is gonna be counter space. Yes. That's gonna be sink. Yes, sink in the middle. Oh, sink in the middle. Yep, sink in the middle, okay. Counter on both sides. So I would be adding a microwave and then the refrigerator and also a rolling cooler. Okay. I wanna add that here to this space. So those would be what would be in this area. Okay, cool. So that kind of basically takes care of that, right? So then back here would really
Now here's like we can get creative with this, right? We can definitely get creative with this. Most likely you'd be starting with like 2 6-foot tables, right? And that could go boom boom, right? Now you wanted to do storage.
Yeah.
I think you have enough room to do something. Now obviously it's not going to be huge, but if you get kind of creative with the space, right? You can maybe put the 2 6-foot tables right there, and then maybe like cut out a little bit, maybe right here.
Okay.
Block all. I think, yeah, you can possibly do that. If you really want to get creative and play with it, you can possibly put up a wall right here. Now, obviously, you're not going to get much space here. So
Okay.
when you start to frame it out or go through with a contractor, you might deem that it's not even worth it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that's my first guess. Like, I would like, if I really want to maximize the space back here and go through that hierarchy, I would frame this out right here. I will get, this will probably be about 40 square feet.
Yep.
Storage space, enough to, you know, put a couple tables, chairs, maybe a couple sofas or whatever the case may be. And then you can have boom, boom, 2 6-foot tables.
Okay.
You know, or even if you want to, well, no, this is only like 4 or 5 feet, but yeah, boom, boom, and then people can like walk right here.
Okay.
So that'd be one creative way to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Once they start framing up and whatnot, you'll get a better sense, but I'm pretty sure that that would work.
Yep, and that's what I was thinking too, an extension of the kitchenette for food prep and food storage.
Yeah.
The only thing now, that archway is here. Were you thinking like to make it symmetrical, opening this up?
No.
Okay, okay, because I don't think so either.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
all right.
That's not. I was, because since you already have the inset, love the ghost chairs, by the way.
Oh yeah, I wanted to show you. I got 80 of these.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's gonna make a huge difference. Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just talking about in terms of like making it symmetrical with the inset,
Yeah.
not breaking, because I don't think it makes sense to have two, especially with a smaller location.
Yes. Okay. All right. Good. And then I meant to tell you, we're changing all the lighting to can lighting. So here's the lighting that we're going to be using for the event space.
Oh,
area.
recess lighting.
Yeah, recess
Okay.
lighting. Yep.
Smooth. Yeah, it's gonna make a big difference. It's gonna make a huge difference. I'm guessing you're gonna do the LVP planks all the way throughout here?
Yep. All the way through.
Gotcha. If these were still good, honestly, I would have told you to keep them, but
Yeah.
they've served their time.
Yep. And then let me show you the parking.
Nice.
So this is it.
Oh, so you have access to all of this?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
See, we can't get parking like this in New York.
Yep.
Not at all.
They have this parking lot, and then they also can park on the street. So during the weekends, it's really, really quiet here. All of these cars are not here. They're here because the businesses
Right.
are open during the week. But I will have the parking lot to myself.
Pretty much, yeah, because you're
Yes.
after hours.
Yep.
Smooth. Love a little playpen. Shout out the kids in the playpen.
Okay. All right, and I want to show you the other storage closet that I missed.
Wait, you have another storage closet?
So here, let me show you this one.
Oh, that kind of changes things. Wait. So what's that over there?
So this goes out to the restroom. So this is a part of one big building that has multiple businesses. We
Okay.
have common bathrooms and we have a common lobby area. I can show you really quickly.
Interesting.
So let me show you here. So you walk out here, and this is like the common area
Interesting.
here.
So where's the bathrooms?
And the bathrooms are back here, men's and women's.
Oh, okay. So that means they should pretty much already be good to go. Wow. Okay, cool. How are they with like maintenance and whatnot?
So that's what we need to discuss, because I need to figure out, would I be responsible for having the bathrooms cleaned after each event? I don't know. That's something I'll have to
Do
discuss.
you pay a common area maintenance?
Yes, I do.
So they may most likely take care of it.
Okay. Yep, I do.
Yeah, I will of course clarify it, you know what I'm saying? But in properties like this, they usually have a cam charge. But
Okay.
that's part of the triple
Yes.
net.
Yep.
Right? So yeah, they most likely take it. But of course, like if it comes, just like any other building, if they like, hey, you guys are trashing this every single weekend, what's going on? They might turn around and like cite you. So I would just,
Okay.
me personally, like I would, like if I was to take over the business, I would definitely, like, once my cleaning person cleans the venue, I'd definitely hit the bathrooms just in
to make
good,
sure.
you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Just in good faith.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep, this is the building's 2 stories, businesses upstairs and downstairs.
Like offices, pretty much. Cool. Oh, that's interesting that they allowed Event Space to join the little family. Oh,
Yes.
shoot, wait. How you doing? How are you? I'm Brian. Nice to meet you. What's going on, Mr. Froni? How you doing? Trying my absolute best. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Yes, your fam?
Yes.
Get it, go.
Yes.
You feel me? Jumping in the tour?
No, I'm just gonna fly.
Okay, there's gonna be a sunflower. I feel you. Yeah, we rolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so this kind of changes things because this is literally what I was trying to build back there.
Okay, so you think I can utilize this? I feel like it's so small for storage, like not tables, not all of my storage, but.
Yeah, of course not. I mean,
Okay.
it's not, like, even with seeing this, I definitely would continue that same idea.
Okay.
Back there of what we had, when I would like cut it off and then use that as a food storage area or whatever case may be. But I can't 100% with confidence say that it would be the best idea, but it is a creative way to use the space. So it
Okay.
can't be a bad idea.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously there could be better, which is why architects have jobs,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm clearly not one. But I think it's a good use of the space if you kind of subdivide it where it's like, boom, I have my storage by framing up this wall, and then boom, I have 2 tables or food stations or whatever you want to do for setting out the food with the chafing dishes and whatnot.
Okay.
And I would definitely still keep this because I mean, this, like, it's not a lot of space,
Yep.
but it's space regardless, and it's space that you're paying for,
Yes.
right?
Yep. And
So-
I thought about doing, sorry to cut you off, I thought about storing all of my decor in here, like centerpieces,
Right.
linens,
Right.
things of that in this area.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, the stuff got to go somewhere.
Yes.
Whether it goes over there or over here, I mean, it's just kind of walking distance anyway. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think that makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I think that makes perfect sense. And then you already have your stationery closet. You see, like, it goes down the same hierarchy. You see
Yes.
what I'm saying? The food, the prep, the kitchenette, the rentals, the storage, the stationery, and then the amenity access and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what it is. And I'm guessing you're gonna be patching up all the ceiling tiles.
Yes, so question about that. I want to replace all of them, but it's expensive.
So I guess to answer to respond to the second part, what do you want to replace them with?
More of a white, all white ceiling tile instead of like, this is kind of like white with brown. I wanted it to be very clean in here and just replace them with the 2x2, just more of a white, solid.
I mean, they definitely are white. The only brown is because they're stained.
But you see the speckles? Look at the speckles in the ceiling tiles.
I mean, yeah, that's just because that's the design that most foam tiles have. But it's white. So you're saying you want like flush blank white.
Blank white.
Gotcha. I mean, to be very honest, it's a drop ceiling. It's not expensive to replace. You can honestly do it yourself. You can order these tiles from Home Depot or
Okay.
Amazon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can like pop them in yourself.
Okay.
They're super easy. I'm pretty sure
Those
you
are
have.
the businesses, that was the in-house contractors left over
Oh,
from,
okay.
yep,
okay,
from the
okay.
other businesses.
Got you. Because usually when people have drop ceilings, they usually have a box laid around or something like that. Because you order this stuff in bulk, right? But yeah, these things are super easy to
Okay.
replace. I had a drop ceiling in Blake and Dumont, and whenever water damage came in, I just ordered some from Home Depot and we popped it in ourselves.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be expensive. Now, one thing that obviously you do want to be concerned about is the electrical wires dropping down.
Yes.
But I mean, you're gonna have electrician putting in hi-hats anyway,
Yes,
so I
yes.
would just rope that in, be like, hey, because he's gonna have to look at all this stuff, all the junction boxes, the BX cables and stuff like that anyway. Don't ask me how I know this stuff. I built up like 7 venues, so that's why. Yeah, he can pop all that stuff back
Okay.
in and then just make it flush, and then you just come back with the ceiling tiles, and you're good to go.
Okay, yep. So then with it, replacing the ceiling tiles, and I'm also adding chandeliers. You'll see how,
Are you now?
yes, 3 chandeliers going down the middle, and then replacing, like I told you, these lightings with the recessed lighting in
Okay.
here. Yep.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you have these are like 12-foot ceilings. You have the height for chandeliers. Yeah. I'm always hesitant with chandeliers because one, obviously chandeliers are not cheap.
Yes, they're not.
I'm sure you've gotten a couple quotes,
Yes.
right? Amazon also does have chandeliers.
Yes.
Just so you're aware, I got a couple cheap ones out there. But you have where are you thinking about putting them?
Just straight down the middle. So they kind of marked off where the lightings are going to be. See, you see where it says Chan, C-H-A-N? It would be 1, 2, and 3.
Where does it say?
Right here, right above, right here. Do you see where they've marked it off? It's this red tape.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So I was gonna do 1 chandelier here, 1 here, and then 1 there.
Is there a particular reason you're doing them all in one line?
No. Why, you have any suggestions?
I do.
Okay.
Because think about it like this, right? If somebody walks in, you have all the chandeliers, and this is just like aesthetics, right?
Okay.
You walk in, all the chandeliers are on one line, like I can't really see the other 2 chandeliers if I walk straight in, so it's like, why'd you pay for them?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe an idea might be, okay, cool, you have the one in the middle there, and then you have 2 in the far left and the far right, so all the light just kind of balances out.
Okay.
Might just be, something worth testing. The good thing about it is that I mean, you kind of do. But I was gonna say you don't have to install them to see how they look, but to turn the light on, you would. But just to see the aesthetics of the actual bulb, of the actual like light fixture or whatever, you could just, one contractor holds it up there, one contractor holds it up there, one contractor holds it up there, and then you can see. I mean, this one's not changing. You're definitely doing this one, but I think it might be good to have like this one right here, the 1, and then the 2, and then the 3. So far left, far right.
Okay.
And I think it'll be like a really good kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like, it'll be a good vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep.
What is that? Is that an alarm system?
I guess I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, it is an alarm system. Are you keeping it?
No, I'm replacing. That's huge. No, I would replace that.
When you say it's huge, what do you mean?
No, just the box is big. The one that I have at home is a lot smaller. It doesn't take up this much space on the wall. So,
Okay.
I mean, no, I would probably change it out, yeah, with a different one.
Okay. I mean, if it works, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it, if it does.
I mean, how much would it be to replace it?
I haven't priced it yet.
Probably a couple $100.
Okay.
You know?
Is it that serious? No.
To me, I don't think it is. But I mean, like, I get what you're saying though. Like, all right, cool. Like, it's kind of big. I want to tighten it up a little bit. You know, it's kind of the same way like Nest thermostats. They're like a little disc and then they look good and stuff like that. Like, I get it. I just like, I'm always in favor of like minimum viable product and then just kind of like making the money. Cause a lot of times, and especially from like me touring a lot of different venues, like a lot of these little nitpicky things, like, yeah, of course they always do look good, right? Like I just came from California, seen a couple of beautiful venues over there. And it's just like, but like a lot of times we obsess over these things more than the client does.
Right.
And it's like, who's paying for all this stuff? We are.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I saw this one venue in Dallas and she was just like, yeah, I got these roll up gates and I'm about to cover the whole thing. And like, people are gonna talk about them. She hit me up like 4 months later. She's just like, Brian, I'm so glad I took your advice and I didn't replace them because nobody has ever cared about them.
Okay.
I'm just like, just doing my job.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Just doing my job.
We appreciate
just trying to save people money. You know what I'm saying? This is also okay, yeah, this I would rip out because I'm pretty sure they're not using this. Unless, I mean, you have HVAC.
Yes.
What is controlling the HVAC? Is it this?
And there's two. There's one, a thermostat here, and there's a thermostat in the back.
Oh, so they probably both are controlling it then. Yeah, okay, cool. Definitely what I would recommend, if you are gonna leave this, whether you use this or replace it or whatnot, there are these Honeywell covers. I'm sure you've seen them before. Yeah, put that because a kid is gonna come here and like blow your light bill.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, it has like you just put the little thing and then it has like a little key fob and then you just, you know, give your maintenance person one. You don't want a situation where a kid is like, oh yeah, let me put this up to 80 degrees. And you were like, what? You know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't make sense. I love the natural lighting in here though.
Good.
I do.
Me too.
Like, I think this is gonna be a really, really like chic, cute venue.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the vision.
I figured it was, you know what I'm saying? So this is definitely gonna be a vibe. So putting aside the city and the CO thing situation, what is kind of like your timeline?
So, I mean, I'm dependent on the permit.
Okay.
So once the permit gets approved, then we can move forward with finishing the build out. But I feel like I'm kind of at a stopping point until the county approves us with the building permits. Understood,
cool. Definitely want to talk a little bit more about that off camera. Just because I don't want people saying B said this, B said that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to get a little bit more insight on that off camera, regardless. But I mean, I guess just kind of moving forward, when that time does come, what are you kind of thinking in terms of timeline to wrap this up?
If I could.
Like if everything was to happen tomorrow.
October.
This is September. Oh, okay.
October, maybe end of October, early November.
You think it would take that long?
I think it'll take them 4 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks to finish everything.
Really?
Yeah, paint, flooring.
Okay.
The majority of the demo is done. They don't have to do anything else as far as like building any additional walls. So they have to do plumbing for the sink. So,
right, yeah. Then
electrical, all the electrical, the ceilings, replacing the
How
ceilings.
big is this crew?
It's their in-house contractor. I don't know how large his.
How many guys were here when they were working?
2.
Oh, that's why it's taking. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. That's why it's taking. Because I'm just like, that doesn't sound like a 4 to 5 week job.
Yeah, so it was 2 people that were in here doing the initial.
That's why, yeah, they're running lean mean. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Okay, that makes sense. There are a couple things that I mean you can get done in the meantime. Like for example, we'll talk off camera about
Okay.
that. We'll
Okay.
talk off camera with that. Okay, cool. Packages. What are you thinking?
So 3 packages, just like you've taught us.
Okay.
So I'll have that, is it do it yourself, do it with you, and then we do it for you.
Okay.
Packages. I would love to have you guys take a look at what I was thinking as far as my packages and prices.
Okay.
Because I just want to make sure, like based on the market, that I'm pricing it correctly.
I mean, you know we give you that, right?
Yeah, you do, but I want to have somebody else look at it. So I have it typed up and ready and written.
Okay.
I just want to have somebody overview it and make sure that it's good. And then I do have a question for you. That
Yeah,
third
absolutely.
package, that is we do it yourself.
Wait,
not we do it for you.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry, we do it for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine.
That package.
Let's walk
I
and
have
talk.
to. I have to build. I have to buy the inventory for the decor.
Okay.
So backdrops. I have
Yeah.
the centerpieces.
Yeah.
I already have linens, black and white linens, but I just want to make sure that before I offer this package where we do everything for you, that I have everything in-house.
Okay.
So I know you just sent out, thank you for sending out
The
a
starter
document,
pack.
a starting package. That was very, very helpful, especially right now for me. So I'm looking at all the different websites that are places where you told us to go to see where I can buy like my pipe and drape and all
Right.
of that stuff. But
Pipe and drape, just so you know, the pipe and drape I didn't put in the starter pack.
Okay.
But
No,
it's
I
in the
didn't see
build-out
it.
list.
Yes, you're right. I didn't see that. But I feel like before I go crazy on that package, I need to make sure I have everything here.
Okay.
Or I rent it out or use a third-party vendor.
Well, what's the question?
The question is, right now, I don't have everything that I need to allow somebody to come in and for me to do everything.
Okay.
I'm not to that point as far as my inventory.
So is the question like, should I still offer it?
yeah, so should I offer a package if I don't have that right now, if I don't have everything in-house right now?
You don't have to have everything. And here's the thing, right? Like, there's nowhere in the event world that says you need to offer all this stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the tiers that we've recommended based on the things that we have done. Like, we're not giving anybody in event space these things that we haven't done, you know,
Okay.
or I haven't done, right? So it's just like, you can, if it says, hey, look, listen, the done for you package includes balloons, a 3-piece marquee, and a freaking grass wall. And if you don't have that, it doesn't need to be in your package.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why I always tell people like, hey, look, listen, you can work up. And also you'll notice in the pricing and packages that it says, do not offer the done for you if you're not an event planner. Now, obviously, if you want to experiment and dabble or whatnot, like go for it. But that's also why like, hey, look, listen, you can make a lot of money off the done with you. For example, we just left South Carolina, shout out my guy Clark, where like he has like, you know, the tablecloths, charger
Yeah.
plates, this and like real simple stuff. And like people are booking it. It's not anything crazy or anything like that, but it's like what he has.
Okay.
So the long story, the short answer to your question is like, work with what you have.
Okay.
And then build up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like that's like, if you have these tablecloths, you have these charger plates, you have these napkins, blah, blah,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. Cool. That's this charger plate, this napkin, this plate package.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? This is the cafe package. This is the venti package, or whatever you want to call it, right? And you just start there. And then as your money comes in, you start adding more stuff, and then that enables you to do the big package.
Okay. Got it.
You feel me?
Okay. Got it. So start off small and then build up.
Exactly.
Okay. I can do that. That's easy.
That's same
Attainable.
thing with the venue, same thing with the business, you
Yes.
know? You don't have to, like, people look at, for example, and I mean, it's partially my fault, but like, obviously I was just running a business, but people look at like Blake and Dumont, right? And they'd be like, oh my God, B had the 24 by 48 Porsche Carrera tiles. B also has been doing this for 5 years. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I had the money to do it,
Right.
but my first venue didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you don't like, just walk before you run.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying? Or else like, you know, if we always play catching up with the Jones, they're like, I gotta buy everything. That's why I'm at a certain point, like shout out rental companies, but like at a certain point when I was running my rental company, like obviously new things would always come up, like, oh, there's a shimmer wall out, or
Yes.
there's like a triangle wall out. And I'm like, I'm not buying all this shit just for it to stick in my storage room.
Right.
Like I'm not doing all that. Like what, and with rentals, especially with storage, especially with limited storage, you always have to look at revenue per square foot. It's like, okay, cool. If I have something in my storage that's renting out once every 6 months, does it really make sense for me to keep it?
Right.
I'd rather just get another one of what's already renting, which is why for us, we had like 3 baby tables, 2 grass walls, 2 white walls, 2 black, like we had doubles and triples of things that we knew were running out, because like all this other stuff is just wasting money. And I had a whole freaking warehouse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, stick with what you have, make nimble decisions about what's really renting out, keep those things in house, and then it'll run. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing about it is just like, as you're building out your venue, style shoots.
Yes.
Like, I could sing a song about it, you know what I'm saying? But like style shoots are really what's gonna make or break a business, because it's one thing to say, hey, look, listen, I have the Ruby package, right? What the hell does a Ruby package look like? You know what I'm saying? Like people wanna
Yes.
see it. It's the same reason like when people put up those $2.5 million houses, they spend $40,000 staging the entire thing until the house gets sold. Like, what? Why would I do that? Oh, because people need to see the vision. Same thing with the venue. Like if I was to open up a venue right now, I would not have an open house without some type of decor open up. Like I'm not, like no siree, not happening. Every single open house, every single time somebody comes in, tablecloths gotta be down, charger plates gotta be down. If I got a balloon garland from Sunday's baby shower, that's up. And I've just noticed from doing a lot more and more of these tours and coaching more and more, the people who do that are the ones that get it, and the ones that get it are the ones that make money.
Okay. Got
Name of the game. You know?
Got it. Understood. Thank you.
Were you a decorator before? Getting into it?
No, I'm a event planner. I do that on the side.
Okay.
Yep.
So you had a little taste.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. So it's not foreign concept.
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool. So yeah, it'll be a walk in the park for you.
Yes.
100%.
Hopefully.
Okay.
I do want to ask you about outside of this venue. There is a gazebo, and I have.
You want to go outside
Yeah,
and take a look?
I want to show you this. So this is one of the.
Coming along for the ride, or you're staying over there, Sunflower?
Come on.
Okay. Come on, slide with us, rock with us. You feel me?
So one thing that made me fall in love with this space was this gazebo here. Do you see?
Back there?
Yes.
The little church thing?
Yes, yes, it's a gazebo. It's not a church thing.
Okay.
So what I was thinking was, I really have a passion for weddings. So if a client wanted to come in and do a micro wedding, so a small wedding, 50 to 70 people, even smaller, you can do 25 people. They could get married here at the gazebo. They could do a little cocktail hour out there and then come in and do the reception in my place. Okay. So one thing about the gazebo is that I wanted to tell you, it is a price for, the town charges you a price to rent the gazebo.
I figured.
Yes, it's not free, but should I be advertising or offering that to clients if I'm trying to sell like a wedding package, like an outdoor indoor option, even though that outdoor is $80?
It's $80?
$80.
Put it in the freaking bag.
Okay.
It's $80.
Yep, it's $80.
I mean, $80 for how long?
I need to find that out.
Okay.
I need to find that out.
See, I wasn't wrong about the church thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just be, if it's $80
Okay.
like an hour, or you get $80 for the whole night.
Okay.
That could make or break. But
Okay.
for $80, yeah, and I already know the follow-up question would probably be like, okay, cool, do I charge that on top, or like is it separate?
Yep.
For $80, like me personally, I don't like extra fees. I'm not an
Okay.
extra fees type of guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me it's $2,000, I sign off, and I'm good to go.
And then I
don't,
take-
yeah,
okay.
don't tell me it's $1,500, then we have the insurance fee, and then the church fee, and then the gazebo fee. Like, I hate that.
Okay.
Because it seems like you being switched.
Okay, that's good to know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Like,
that's
and
good
that's
to
just
know.
my experience from running
Okay.
that, from just running a business. So, like, yeah, like whatever you're gonna charge for that, just like if you know you charge $2,000 and that's 80, like okay, cool, like just charge 2,000. Just sounds like a good number. So like,
Okay.
I would just charge this 2,000, or bump it up to freaking 2,500. Just include that, like you get that for free.
Okay,
You know what
got
I'm
it,
saying?
got it.
I'll shoot that too.
Okay, I will. It's in my vision too. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's definitely a way I would run it. Doing any signage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, working on the signage now. Limitations, because this is a part of a community.
Right.
They have like signage.
Gotta look a certain
rules.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find something that fits with the aesthetics of all the signage in the building. It's
Just
not,
get a rendering from a sign shot and get their approval.
Okay. I have to get the town's approval.
Yeah, so like I remember when I bought my sign for my building in Houston, when I went to the sign, shout out Fast Signs. I mean, y'all $1 million company anyway. Y'all should pay me. But like when I went to Fast Signs and I had a sign, they sent me a rendering. So like
Okay.
like before I even paid for the sign, they showed me how it's gonna look like.
Okay.
And then like you can just literally just copy paste and just sit in the town.
Okay.
You know,
Got
without
it.
spending any money. you
Okay.
know?
Okay, but yes, definitely signage here. And this area, have you experienced that they include in your lease the square footage, the outside,
Yeah,
as far as
frontage.
Frontage. Yes, I was shocked about that. I
It depends. So I mean, like, and it's really like a geographical thing, because the thing about it, for example, in New York, rarely do you get stuff like that, unless
Okay.
you're like out in the east, like Long Island or whatever the case may be. But I mean, the reason they charge you for it is because, and I hope so, you can use it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's just kind of like you could have stanchions. Did I pronounce that correctly? Stanchions? I don't know. The little velvet rope thing.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? You can have stanchions. You can have a car parked up here.
Okay.
You know, say for example, somebody's like doing like a Sweet 16 and they have like a car that like came in, you know, showboat or whatever the case may be. You can have a car on the side, some stanchions, red carpet.
Okay.
You know, normally you can't do like in New York, I couldn't do that.
Okay.
Or else the cops are gonna come and like rip it
no.
apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like you're paying for that because you can most likely use it. Of course, there are usually limitations and whatnot. You can't leave it overnight. Blah blah blah. Only your lease would know,
Yes.
and you would know.
Yes.
But it's not uncommon.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank
Sounds
you.
good. No worries. Hopping back inside. Let's get it, let's get it. So boom, first things first, I always like to start the videos off with, obviously, beside every business is a real person,
Yes.
right? So who is Aisha? What were you doing before the venue?
So Aisha is a mother of two. I have been in corporate America for over 20 years.
Wow.
And I have been aspiring to be an entrepreneur for many, many years. Didn't know which direction I wanted to go in, but always knew that I had a passion in event planning. And then my husband came across your video and he was like, I think I found what you need to do.
Shout out, husband.
Yeah, so thank you, honey.
That's dope, that's dope. So corporate America for 20 years. So
Yes.
this is a switch.
Yes, it is a switch.
Wow, okay,
Yes.
and mom.
Yes.
And wife.
Yes.
So awesome. So what inspired you to actually even open up a venue?
Well, number one, I feel like there was some fear involved in opening a venue because I thought that it would have been like too much. Like I didn't know whether or not I could handle it, but my husband was convincing me that after watching your videos that this was something that, you know, he felt that I could do and he was confident that I could do.
Wow.
And I felt like with all the business ideas that I had like three. One was an event planner, another one was event rental company, and then my husband was like, well, why don't you have a venue where you can rent your equipment and do your event planning?
Right.
So it was just something that naturally felt like the right thing for us.
That's
for me.
amazing. That's what love a supportive family first and foremost. So shout out husband, man. You know what I'm saying? So awesome. So my next question is really this, right? So now that you do have your venue, now obviously starting a business could be a pretty daunting task,
Yes.
right? Like it could be crazy. There's a ton of different pitfalls. I know you mentioned your husband was a big starter for that.
Yes.
But what made you even consider and be open to getting some support, and then of course even considering Event Space Elite?
I have been told by several entrepreneurs that to help you get started, you need a community. You need to be working with somebody that has already been where you have been. And when we discovered your ESC, it just felt like a perfect fit for us. I think for me, doing it on my own, I probably wouldn't have found this venue as soon as I found it. I don't know that all the different questions that I had, I probably would have ran into some mistakes, but the mentorship that we had from the client success manager, shout out to Dom and Terrion and Tanisha.
Shout out to the team.
They have been instrumental in making sure that every step of the way that I got questions answered, and basically making my dreams come true.
Wow, that's super dope. Honestly, shout out client success, man. I mean, we're doing a lot of shout outs today. I don't know what's going on. Awesome. So now that you have your venue, right? Like even though it's still going through the build out process, you've literally made it this far. There's a lot of people who haven't. How does that feel?
Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely. When I was driving here, I almost was in tears because I'm like, this is really a dream come true. I don't even know that I would have imagined me being here right now with my own event space if you would have asked me 2 years ago. But
wow.
I'm extremely happy that I'm here today, and I'm thankful for you and your vision.
No, I appreciate that. But I mean, this is all you. Like this is all you. That's that.
With the help of you guys.
I
Believe
appreciate
me,
it. I
with the help of
appreciate
you guys.
it. But you pulled the trigger, and that's what's really
Oh, that's
real.
the hardest part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You pulled the trigger. Like
Yes.
you started the fire, and that should not go unnoticed. So
Yes,
like
thank you.
I'll let you know right now, you are inspiring a ton of people.
Oh, thank
like,
you.
Just let you know right now. And
you.
I wasn't capping when I said there's a lot of moms, wives out there that they have a dream and they're just sitting on it. Yeah. You pulled that trigger.
Yes.
So that's super dope.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's actually a perfect segue to ask my final question, where there's an Aisha out there, right? There's a mom, there's a wife out there who wants to start a business, who might even want to start an event space, might even be considering Event Space Elite, but she's just a little bit scared. She's a little bit nervous. What's one thing that you would say to her to move her over the edge?
I would say number one, like for me, is really praying about the next step for yourself. And then with that, if you have been given the vision, then I think you have to take the next step, the leap of faith to make it happen. But when you do that, you need to make sure you have the support behind you, such as an ESC family, a mentor, somebody that can coach you along the way so that you can avoid some of the pitfalls that you may run into, questions that you may have, but you definitely need the support of somebody, and ESC was the perfect support for me.
Wow, that's honestly, I appreciate you. Like you're out here doing what a lot of people couldn't. And that's inspiring. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the same thing. Yo, my name is Brian Waldron. Let the people know one more time what we're doing, where we at, where we doing it.
Again, my name is Aisha. We're at Elegance Unveiled Event Studio in Lake Park, North Carolina.
Instagram.
Instagram is at Elegance Unveiled. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube.
And Google. I saw
and
the
Google.
I saw the Google business
Did
and
you see
Google.
that?
I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw the Google. I saw the Google. Can't miss the Google, man. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Guys, I'm Brian Waldron, aka Billionaire V. Let's get it. Let's go.